got an interesting question for you all here. And I think
this one is specifically carved out, creamed,
okay.
lotioned up.
Ooh, pause.
It's the icing on the cake, as they say.
For Uncle Sammy. I think this one's a good one.
All right. Well, we're going to put the spotlight on Mr. Sammy for this one here. I'm playing. But question for everyone. Let's talk about flirting at work. Okay? When being too friendly crosses the line. First off, when do you realize that line has been crossed and it's no longer being deemed friendly and it's actually now flirting? I don't know. Well, I do know, but
you do know. Okay. Have you guys had any experiences of as an onlooker? Like, there's those girls, those guys, but we see, he's getting up and he's talking over the cubby like this. What you doing, girl? What you brought for lunch?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
You know those types?
Yeah, okay.
You see them before how they move. Uncle Sammy, what do you think, man? What?
Well,
go ahead. Sorry.
I would hope that it's a little bit smoother than, hey, what you doing, girl? Like,
Right.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm asking you.
That's gonna get you right out the door. You got a meeting with HR.
What were you gonna ask? I'll let you ask the question first.
All right. So I'm not familiar with this, but I know there's lots of. We've witnessed it. Have you ever witnessed something that seem to be very friendly in the office, but like you actually think it's flirty? Like everyone says, oh, they're probably dating behind the scenes. You know that when they're so friendly, you actually think they have a relationship outside of work.
Oh yeah.
Is there gossip like that going around? And like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Is it because the friendliness has crossed over to flirtiness?
Yeah, 100%.
I would say that it happens. Like 100% happens, obviously, and sometimes you don't know it's happening, and then you find out after that they're together. So I think talking about the flirting, I'm sure the flirting's happening, but sometimes you don't we won't be seeing it. And then you only find out that there's something after the fact. Because I know there's a lot of couples who became couples through being at work, So the flirting may happen and it might not be so in front of your eyes, but you may still have heard the rumors like, oh, I think they're together or whatever. But you're just saying that because you see them together all the time. You don't see them personally flirting in front of their coworkers, but obviously there has to be flirting going on for them to become a couple later. But you see, my experience from the corporate world is, even at the places I've worked, they are a lot of couples that end up couples from being at work.
I'm one of them.
I'm
one of them.
Oh my God. So it started out as flirty?
No, it's actually the opposite. Like no one really knew that we were dating until they actually saw when I leave work.
And you came home with the belly.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, until I leave work, and then the certain individual would come and we'll walk out to go get the bus.
Oh, so it wasn't done in the office itself.
Actually, we used to go for lunch and just act as if nothing happened. But people somehow just ended up knowing that we were dating.
Why? Because you were always together?
No, we weren't even always
you
together.
Were going at lunch, right? Lunch together. You weren't going out with any other person at lunch, just the specific person?
No, I was going out with like my girls and stuff like that.
So what gave it away? What do you think?
We went on vacation and I posted on the gram and I had a few coworkers on there.
So,
well, first of all, I had his hand. So we went to this coffee shop and I had his hand, just take a picture with his hand. And one of my coworkers like, "You're dating a white guy?" And I'm like, oh my God, if he knew that I'm dating the guy that's sitting right next to me.
Oh, okay.
And turns out, we went for dinner and things like that. And then just like the guy, I was like, yeah, let's just let it be.
So he didn't flirt with you at all at work?
No, it's just natural, man. It was natural.
Has
First-
any? Go ahead.
It started off with a stare down, like, you know, when you see someone look so attractive and you're just staring all the
Damn.
time. That's how it started.
Damn, I don't have those. Like, I don't know what that means, but sure. Damn.
I guess we're not lucky
Stare
enough.
down. I know
a
you are
stare.
lucky, Mr. 50-50.
It's like a stare. Like,
So you're staring at him?
he was staring at me.
What? This guy used the Gregory Abbott stare across the dance floor.
Well, first we had to introduce ourselves in training, where we're from.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm from the Caribbean." I'm like, "Yes, Caribbean." I find somebody that's in the batch that's from the Caribbean. I'm like, "Yes, this is perfect."
Damn.
Hey, you're from the Caribbean. Where are you from?
Damn.
Trinidad. And
Oh
yeah,
my
that
God.
conversation just sparked things.
So you guys ended up going on dates, being together. Has anyone actually flirted with you? So it sounds like this was kind of like you guys kept your distance in the office, but after office, you guys would be together. Has anyone actually flirted with you at work?
Yes, one of my other coworkers.
Was it flirty or being very friendly with you?
He said to me that if I didn't give him pushback, he would have tried a thing on me,
He would have tried ting on you.
like try to date me.
Oh, ting, because ting could be anything.
Wait.
What ting?
He's like,
Lash it out?
He's like-
Jeez.
he's like, sure, fine. Linda's fine. I'll do whatever. He's like,
Ah, okay.
oh, he's like, yeah, I'll try a thing on her. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're not my type. He's like, what's your type? I'm like, you're just not my type. Like, I don't
Okay.
date people that I work with. Especially, I'm seeing your lifestyle and what you do. Like, you watch every girl that come into the office. Like, you're always staring for the new ones that started. Like,
Okay.
yeah, he was like that type. So I was like, yeah, you're not my type. If you're really interested in me, then you would look at me. But like, you're interested in every girl that started when we're
So
hiring.
okay, so that's where I question you. Was he really friendly to everyone?
Yeah, he would go
But
around.
he wasn't. Do you think he was flirting with everyone, or was he friendly?
I don't know. I feel like he's all over the place.
I see you smiling and thinking about it. Must be some feelings there, but
Well, I think this is where we have to establish first what is being too friendly and what is flirting, right? Like, because I'm getting a lot of, well, I don't know if he's this, I don't know if he's that, but
Maybe that's just his personality. And we cut off Sammy, by the way. Sammy was explaining something about working in the corporate position, like, you know, meeting new people and coming off as friendly as you're saying, JR. Like, I don't know the difference. Like, I can't really tell.
So I think in the corporate world, you even if you want to flirt, you kind of put it behind that friendship sort of thing. So it's almost like you throw it out like a friendly comment to see how it's taken.
Mm.
So that's why I think it's. I guess I'm from. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cash, but I think that's what she's kind of get at, where she's like, I don't know, because the person could have been putting it in a friendly way to see who bites on it and who doesn't. So then they kind of know. Like they might have been flirting, but putting it, because I've had people and give me compliments, you know, and it could just be friendly, but then you're like, I don't know, is it friendly or is it flirting? You know,
what kind of
because I
compliments?
don't want.
You look nice.
It's usually about like you look a lot younger, like
Yeah.
it's like how
Oh, okay.
usually it's age.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
when they I'm not gonna put my age out there, but and I'm not gonna say whatever. But they usually tell me I'm a lot younger than I really am,
Mm.
and
It's not
I'm
like,
like,
you
oh,
look good in
gee.
those pants.
pardon.
They didn't say you look good in those pants or anything
Oh,
like that. It's
no,
mostly about
that would be that's one that would be like
That would be
very
like-
flirty. Like
Yeah.
you
So
can't
that's
miss
flirting, okay.
that.
hold on, hold on,
You
hold
don't
on,
know.
hold on, hold on, though. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
What
get to.
if someone were to say, hey, Sammy, those pants look really good on you?
The way you said it, that's not flirting.
The way he said it, he put it in a
Who?
friendly way.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
Which
That's what I
gender?
mean by,
You
like,
put it in like a
they-
factual way, the way you said it. Hey, Sammy, your hair looks very nice today. You
But the way I
bring
react
some
to that,
sweetness into it.
Okay.
Bring some sweetness
Okay,
into it.
well-
Let's hear it. How would you turn that
Mhm.
into a flirt? Think of a girl. Don't say Uncle Sammy.
Okay. No. Okay. I was just relating it to what you guys were just talking about, right, with the pants. But okay, for example, let's establish this. So,
You're talking to a girl.
If I were to say
Friendly.
friendly,
Let's do friendly. But you want to compliment her.
okay. Hey, I really like that color top on you.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I think that's friendly.
Is that friendly?
It
it's
depends on
friendly,
how
but
you
it could
say it.
be it could be a flirt.
But
You know?
just exactly like how I said it just now. Hey, I really like that color top on you.
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
I don't know. It
depends on who
depends.
It is, right?
What do you guys think?
What
It
if she has
depends
big
on your
boobs?
relationship.
That's the thing.
You see, I'm breaking the
Yes.
facts. What if she got
Yes.
big boobs?
Yes.
And that's the focal point of the top.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. I love
I'm gonna
it.
be staring at the feet saying, I
Okay.
really like that color top really looks good on you.
All right. Let's say
Or-
that's your
or
friendly
you could
version,
say-
right?
That color
Okay.
top really accentuates those boobs.
So now that's your friendly version, right?
Yeah.
I really like that top on you.
Okay.
Hit it down with the Mac Daddy.
Oh shoot. Hey baby girl, that color top looks really good on you. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I don't know. I tried to think some Barry White voice.
How'd
um.
you turn that flirty?
Damn, I don't even know.
I have a question.
You see? So what? That's what I'm trying to say.
I have a question. What
Sure.
if you compliment someone and say, "Okay, you smell really good"?
Why are you sniffing me?
No, but you walk past me in the office
Yeah.
and I said, "Oh, you smell really good." Like I tell a guy,
Mhm.
my male coworker,
Right. You smell
you
good.
smell really good.
Here's the thing. I'll give you an insight from a guy's mind.
Okay.
Don't tell him anything. Because anything you tell him friendly, he will take it and flip it like,
Yeah.
damn, did
So
you
what
hear
about a
that?"
girl? So what about us
Really?
girls?
Okay. He told you his friendly way. Oh,
Yeah.
that top looks good on you.
I'll be wearing that top not that top specifically, but the same color, sometimes a different style.
But see again, context. What was leading up? If we're having a conversation about we're talking about clothes, right? And you're saying, you know what? I had nothing to wear and I just put on this top. And I say, hey, you know what? That top looks really good on you, right? I think that's because there's context. It was a back and
Right.
forth relating to the top.
Okay.
But if I'm going out of my way, you're talking about, I'm dreading this work day. And I say, you know what, that top looks really good on you. I think that's a flirty,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got
right?
it, got
That's
it.
what I
everything,
said.
everything kind of context is
I
needed,
agree.
right?
Yeah.
I agree.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Same
Yeah.
thing like if, shoes, whatever it may be.
I got a question for y'all.
All
And I
right.
saw this out there. Say it wasn't you asking that. Say it was an uglier male
Okay.
saying, "Hey, that top looks good on you." Is that considered flirty, or is that strictly friendly because of the way he looks? I'm asking this because I feel like flirtiness only works if it's attractive people. And be
Damn.
honest. Be honest.
Oh, good
Because it
point.
can either be friendly or it can be something you don't want. Like, what? Ew, why is this
Right.
sicko commenting on my shirt?
True.
But for some reason, good-looking people get a pass to cross that line.
You make a good point in a way because technically, if I'm not interested in someone and they maybe hit me with one of those lines, I may not take it as a flirt, although they could be flirting.
Right.
But in my mind, I'm not interested. So I will take it as a friendly gesture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then if someone else that I am interested in was to say the exact same line, said it the exact same way, I would take it as a flirt. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm interested and I might react to that other and the other one I would be more friendly with and like kind of just brush it off.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
think it matters. I think
I
it
think
does
it
matter.
matters greatly because I'll go back to your example, Cash.
Mm-hmm.
You said this guy was staring at you.
Yeah.
What if it was an older 50-year-old
Oh God.
staring at you the same way this person stared at you?
Right.
Totally different, right?
Yep.
It depends.
What? Okay, if you're into, let's just say 90
Maybe
year old because
something's
you,
on my
you like
hair or
older guys too. So
Yeah.
let's just say an 80-year-old
Yeah.
staring at you from far. You would either say ick. You wouldn't consider flirty. You would say maybe he's joking, or you would report him to HR.
Yeah.
Whereas the good-looking guy gets a pass.
I guess you're right in a sense.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I guess you're right in a sense. But it all depends on your personality and how you know this person. Because you can have like an older person,
80-year-old.
an 80-year-old sitting, next to you and
No,
he's just
no.
friendly or whatever.
True, but here's the thing. What deems it to be? Who deems it to be friendly or who deems it to be flirty? And the reason why I say this is, if I'm talking to someone and we're having a conversation regarding their top, and I say, "Hey, that top looks really good on you," and I'm intentionally trying to be friendly, but
Right.
what if they perceived it as flirty? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the lines are very blurred because my intention is to be friendly, but you are perceiving it as flirty. So, like, I don't know. I'm struggling to understand who
I
calls
think it
what in
has to
that
be-
instance.
I think it has to be the other person, the person receiving the compliment who deems it, because it's up to you if you put it out there. Because if you put it out there and you're trying to be friendly, you know that there's a chance that it could be perceived as flirty. So it's always going to be on the other person to deem it to be whatever, because your intention is not going to be known by the other person. You know what I mean? So I think it has to be them that deems if it's flirty or not, and they could be wrong. That's the flip side. You
That's
could
true.
mean it to be friendly, but then it's almost like your responsibility to kind of understand the relationship you have with that person, how close you are as a friend, how close you are as a colleague. If you can say that in a friendly manner, they'll take it that way. Or is it someone that you're maybe closer with that may take it the opposite way? But you kind of have, it's almost like your responsibility to be like, can I say this? Or
Yeah.
you almost like have to filter yourself if you don't want that to be taken the wrong way, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's a really difficult. So I agree with Uncle Sammy on that one. It's really difficult to determine that. But overall question, is it okay to be flirty at work? Is it just part of like human nature?
Sure, why not?
Isn't it just part of like the work relationship? Like some people actually like going into work.
Because they got their work husband or their work
Exactly.
wife.
Their work wife or work husband. And that's the fun part of the day. Work sucks. So I'm going to enjoy the other side of work. You know what I mean?
As long as you don't cross a line or make someone feel uncomfortable. So I think that's the key. So it's almost like I said, it's your responsibility to know the relationship you guys have. So if like you can make jokes, then you're both comfortable with certain jokes, then you can make those jokes. But if you're not too sure of someone, I don't think you can be like, hey, you remind me of someone. That they're like, who? My future wife. Like you can't say those things like with someone like that you don't know. You know what I mean? So you have to
Yeah.
have a certain type of relationship, and it's still risky to do it because even though you know someone, you don't know their like what
Their
they feel
intentions.
like. They could still complain, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be
true.
responsible if you're gonna be that way.
Don't you hate the complaint culture, man? Jeez, like
Yes.
you're worried about if you're too flirty, too friendly. So basically, you go into work and be a robot. That's
Yeah.
what's happening in the world today. I think we're missing that.
Conflict of
but
interest.
but that's what the organization wants. They just want productivity. They don't care about the extracurricular. They just care about
I work better when I feel
Right.
nice.
right. And again, Cash mentioned something very important: conflict of interest.
Right.
Right? What if you are just a regular employee and you're being flirty with the manager, and other employees are seeing that.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, fast forward 6 months later, you get promoted to supervisor, you get promoted to manager.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Conflict of interest. Like, these are real life scenarios that play out every day, right?
That's true.
It's I don't know. It's like the blessing and curse of being an employee of some
Let
organization.
me ask you this though: if you're a manager, you have
Yeah.
some employees. Are you okay with them being? Let's just say the lines are blurred. So are
Okay.
you okay with some of them being extra friendly with you,
And I'm the manager,
and you're the manager?
and like they report to me. Kind
Yeah.
of
So you want to create like a good culture for your employees and things like that.
No.
No.
And reason being is, for whatever reason, let's just say, I had to terminate them,
Yeah.
or something happens and the relationship or the friendship goes sour. That could be turned into, I've been flirty with them, and now there's like harassment and all these other different things.
So
that
not
might
you
play
being
in.
flirty. Are you okay with
them being,
them being flirty with you?
still no.
No.
No, because
Okay.
again, when that script gets flipped and now the higher powers hear of that, now my integrity as a manager is being questioned. Say, well, why did I allow that? And
Yeah.
But does it factor in that you want to have a good culture? Like, you want to have your employees be happy to be working for you,
true?
right? And you guys want to be friendly. You just don't know that line, which is always going to be blurred.
True, but at the same time, I think
Like, some people actually go to work. Uncle Sammy, I want your comment on this too. Some people actually go to work, even like older folks that go to work. They're
Yeah.
actually, their social life is work.
Yeah.
So being
Yeah.
friendly, and like that older woman who's the 50-year-old who's
Yeah.
working just there to get retirement, she enjoys seeing a young guy with a tight
True.
ass walk by.
whoa,
And I think in some cases it's okay. Like,
yeah,
that's her daily enjoyment. Nothing else will happen, but once in a while you get some comments here and there. I don't know, Uncle Sam, what do you think?
I I do get that sometimes with some of my employees, and I'm the type that wants a good culture. So it's never malicious. So I'll put that out there. Like, the employee, they're just saying something like for fun, and maybe they're flirting, maybe they're just saying it as a joke. I will laugh it off, and I won't flirt back, or I won't joke back in that moment, because I don't want it to escalate, obviously, or maybe be construed the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I think it's harmless for them to joke around with me, and I don't mind it. You know what I mean? It's never gonna get anywhere. They're not gonna ever take it the wrong way. But you're right. It's usually like someone who's a little bit older. Like, you know what I mean? Am I gonna complain on them or pull them up on something that's not relevant to me? Like, you know what I mean? They're just having a little fun. As long as they don't go over the line, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Then I'm okay with, like, I don't have I have a thick skin where I'm not easily offended, and I don't want to like pull somebody up if they're just having like a joke that doesn't offend me. Doesn't make sense to me. So I don't mind it, and I don't, I just don't joke back to make them get the wrong idea. You know
But
what I mean? I'll laugh it off and
But
stuff
you
like that.
do-
Like,
but you do walk by with a little bit of extra pep in your step.
no, I don't.
You don't?
I don't wear tighter pants. It's just it's just work. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think they have to have fun. Like, if they just look at me as their manager, and they don't see me as, just like an everyday
Human.
boring job, they're not gonna put the effort out they do if they feel like they're closer with you they know you on a personal level. You know what I mean? It's just more than work to them. They actually feel like you're. But I see what JR's saying, because if something were to come up and you have to terminate them, is it going to be harder on me? Yes. Do you know what I mean? But it's part of the cost of being in that role because you have to
Yeah.
separate like the personal relationship with your work duties. So you use the like the friendship and all those jokes to build a culture where but if obviously they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you still have a job to do. So it does make it tougher because I know what JR is saying. Like now, if like you're letting them make those jokes and they have a close relationship with you, or they feel that they're friends with you, it's gonna feel like how could this guy do that? Let me go, or whatever, right? So it's a
Yeah.
fine line, but you kind of have to have a balance where people have to like coming to work. So if they're gonna make a little comment or a little joke, you know, you kind of let it go. Like you don't want to be like, no, don't talk to me that way. Only talk to me about work related topics. Like,
Well, that is true, and like that's valid what you mentioned there, Sammy. But I think something that in order for this conversation to progress, I think we still need to determine what is friendly versus what is flirty.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example, if you are having a conversation with someone and asking them how was their weekend,
Okay.
just a little small talk.
Yeah.
You're in a meeting with someone. Hey, how's your weekend? Blah blah blah. Before you jump right in and
And hump them.
oh
Right.
right. That's fine. That's being friendly.
Yeah.
That's fair. But what would be deemed flirty in that instance? Would it be asking too many personal questions? Maybe.
Not necessarily. It's more sexual innuendos. Innuendos. Did I say it right?
yeah,
That's new to me.
I think
I
you
don't
did.
know.
It's like, how's your day? Whatever. You can ask, oh, that shirt looks nice. I like those new shoes. You smell good. But it's more like, you probably get hit on a lot, Cash. Like, give me a good example at work. It's not the hi, how are you doing? How was your weekend?
You have a nice body.
There you go. That's like direct. You have a nice body.
But what if it's coming like that's the thing? If it's coming from a female, like I won't feel any type of oh,
These
Linda.
days you
Double
can't.
standard.
Linda,
Listen to the double
you have
standard.
a nice body. Okay, thank you.
So if a female tells you that, you don't think anything of it, even though they might be they might be trying to hit on you.
But
though.
even if a guy says something like, it all depends on how he say it too.
But to determine you have a nice body, a guy has to look at you, picture you naked, and then say, damn, that's a nice body.
That's true.
Do you agree with me?
To an extent, but again, context. What was leading up to that comment though? What if we're talking about a gym conversation? Say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm now bench pressing 150, and then you go into your highlight at the gym and say, yeah, you know what? I could see the results are.
You have a nice body.
Okay, never mind. But again, it's like if I'm just coming up, if you just walk by and I'm like, damn, you got a nice body, that's flirting.
No, it wasn't like that. We were just talking about dating and the type of people that will date.
Dating.
And like I asked him, I'm like, oh, like something. I asked him, oh, like what's your type? Like, what do you look into? Like,
Okay.
look for
So
in a
then
girl.
he flipped it on you.
And
say,
he's like,
"You're my
oh,
type."
like
Okay.
like a body type
Smooth.
like you.
Oh. Well, you
Smooth.
gave him the opening.
Yeah.
In that sense,
You gave
gave
me
him
alley
the
oop
but we
right
were
there.
just-
Like,
But we were casually just talking though, because he's
Yeah,
saying,
but-
oh yeah, I was dating this girl and she just like ghosted me and things like that, and it just didn't
Okay.
work out. I'm like, oh, don't worry, like you can date somebody else.
Do you
Like,
think it's okay to flirt though at work?
no? I
You don't
know.
actually like it. Like, not that you like it for it to happen, but is it something like at work that it's okay? Like, it's a social thing. You kind of enjoy it. It's okay to admit it.
Personally, no.
So you just want to go to work and say, I'll have that spreadsheet over to you at 3 p.m. today.
No. You can have conversation with people, but it's not like flirtatious, and as in how, like what are the
You have a nice
contents
body.
that you are using
You
to
have a
the
nice
person. No, you can have a nice communication with someone and a nice relationship with them. Yes, as you mentioned, flirtatious, but not flirtatious in a sense where you're putting out, oh, you have a nice body. Like,
Okay.
Okay, so is the way the person said you have a nice body was flirtatious, correct?
I don't know. It all depends.
Well, when you gave us the backstory and he's talking about
Well, I
who's
guess
his type, and
I
he
guess
just
yes.
dropped that in, of course he's
I
flirting.
guess yes.
Yes, okay.
He's flirting. He
So
was
if
flirting.
he were to tone it down and make it a friendly comment, how would that translate? Like, how would that comment come across? So if he were to say, you know, hey, like, you're, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how we got the flirty side of that comment, but what's the friendly side of that comment?
I like what you're wearing. Maybe. I don't
Oh
know.
God, that's
Right, but I'm
over.
still trying to.
Because the body for me is the thing. The specific thing where it says, I like your body.
True.
It's like you're saying, I like your boob.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
That's
that's
how I
true.
see it. I like your ass. But not saying it, but saying it.
What about if I like your hair?
But that's like one part of your body, though. That individual commented on the complete package.
Coca-Cola bottle shape.
Yeah.
Mind you, we were having a conversation, but that's what he ended up saying.
Did you tell him he liked his body too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to look at both ways, right? If someone were to say something friendly, what's the opposite of that same comment being flirty, and vice versa, right? Because they're very fine lines, and like one word could change that
Right.
sentence from being friendly to flirty,
Yeah.
or a look, or being touchy, or
What if randomly they're coming every morning to come give you a hug?
We know those types. We know those types.
Here's the thing. What if it was someone your age versus someone 20 years your age? Would it be looked? What if it's an older individual who's the kind of the mom or the whatever you want to look at them of your department? Would you look at it the same way if they come and give you a hug every day?
I don't know. It's
Right?
tough.
It's
That's why I say it's. So for me, I don't think flirting has it doesn't. For me, I think it's fine. But I also think like if you're a manager or you're in a position, you shouldn't be flirting with employees. Obviously, that's like a strict no. You know what I mean? But if it's like just work colleagues, like just talking from a work colleague perspective, I think it's you have to know the person.
Yeah.
Like you have to, it, because there's no right or wrong answer.
yeah.
True.
Like we can come up with 1,000 scenarios, but it's gonna come down to the relationship you have.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm very very friendly with someone, I know if I can make a joke with them, person A I can make that joke with as a flirt slash friend joke. Person B would take it completely opposite because they're a different personality who I don't know as much. You know what I mean?
true.
So it's almost like you have to develop relationships with people at work where because I I like to make jokes with everybody, but I won't make certain jokes with some people that are more, that joke may not go off well on them because they're not as, they're more serious. So it's almost the same thing with the flirting because I think it always starts off as jokes or it always starts off as like, like the body jokes. We kind of laugh and giggle at it, but they start off kind of dumb like that, but it's intended a certain way.
Yeah.
And then they kind of see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is a fine line you play. It's a fine line you run because if they take it a certain way, then it can lead you into HR. So that's why I'm almost like, don't run that line if you feel that there's that risk of that, because if you're not intending it to be that way or you're trying to figure out if someone's into you, maybe don't run that at work. Maybe it's an outside of work thing, but yeah, it's there's no right or wrong answer. I think it's like a fine line. You kind of go off of relationships, but my one thing is I know like if you're in a position, Like that's a hell no. You should, if you're in a position of power, because we kind of are kind
Mm.
of talking about that. Like you should not be doing that. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing you don't want to ever run because that goes into our previous conversations.
All right, let me ask the fellas a question here.
All
Let's
right.
get real. You flirted at work before.
Unknowingly.
Unknowingly?
Unknowingly.
Ha.
I don't believe that, but
Yeah.
let's just
How could
let's
you
just
flirt
run
by
with it.
accident?
But okay,
Let
continue.
me continue. You're a guy.
Okay.
You know you're going to be extra friendly or flirty
Mhm.
with a female at work, a coworker, if you're
Mhm.
more attracted to them.
Hmm.
Are you not?
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
No.
And the reason,
No.
and the,
No.
hold
No.
on,
God.
No. No.
hold
No.
on,
No.
let me
No.
explain. Let me
If you're
explain.
not interested,
Yeah.
you'll be like, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, Brenda.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good. Good day. How's your weekend? Awesome. Oh, hey, Susie. Nice shot. Damn. I'll catch you at lunch.
But here's the thing. What if you have that same energy for everyone?
No.
And that's why I say.
What do you work on, Mars?
Maybe. Maybe. I still think I'm not from planet Earth, but I don't know.
Really?
So maybe you're
All right.
maybe JR's flirting with everyone.
Yeah.
Is everyone that beautiful?
Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if everybody says, "Oh, he's that nice guy. He's that friendly guy."
Okay.
Right? So you have that same energy for everyone.
Really? Okay. So that's basically saying you're friendly with everyone, but not flirty.
And that's why I said unknowingly.
Unknowingly. Because the
Flirty.
receiver, as we've kind of come to a conclusion, determines if it's flirty or not.
Right.
Whether you have your pants down or not,
Oh,
the
shoot.
receiver determines
Yeah.
if your comment is flirty or not.
Maybe some people might not think that's flirting. We don't know.
Okay. So in your case, you're really not flirty in your mind. You're just being really friendly with everyone.
I
say
call
this.
BS on JR.
Well, I'll say this. At the time, unknowingly okay, I'll say this. Knowing, looking back then, you understand now.
Okay.
But in that moment back then, not necessarily. Because of the fact that you thought the way that you treat everyone and how you interact with them was being friendly. But when you're removed from the situation or situations and you look back, you see things differently.
Okay.
So then you kind of have an understanding as to why it can be deemed
Okay.
flirty.
So you've matured in a sense.
Matured?
Matured.
Oh, mature. I thought you said mature. I'm like, what? Learning
Okay, I
something new.
understand what JR said there though, because I am a friendly person to everybody. The reason I call BS on him is there are people that you do like more than others. So then that's why I say that you're friendly to everybody, but there are people you like more than others. Like that's why I say BS. But what he did say there, I do agree with is you are friendly with everybody, and sometimes somebody could take that like as for flirting and you don't know you're intending to flirt, and then you realize after and you're like, oh shoot, I've just been friendly with everyone and they took it the wrong way. So that's happened before as well. Just being friendly with everyone, it can come to a point where you're oblivious to the fact someone could be flirting back with you because you're just nice. You know what I mean? So that's happened before too, and they took it the wrong way and they're flirting back, but they weren't flirting exactly, but they were trying to get attention. But I didn't really read it because I'm just a nice guy. You know what I mean? To everybody, it wasn't like an actual flirt by me. But like I said, there are people I think that you do like more than others where, because we're human beings, there's going to be people that we like more than others. So naturally, that could end up being, I don't think everyone's treated the same. I don't think, like,
Yeah.
even if you're a nice guy, there's some people that you like more,
Yeah. Do you call BS on Mr. JR?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm just joking.
But I again, like I said, right? Here's the thing. If you have a track record and people have said, "Oh, he's such a nice guy. Oh, he's so friendly."
Right.
Oh, if someone say, "Hey, you know what?" You ask person, "Hey, I'm going to buy food. You want anything?" And then and then another week I say, "Hey, I'm going to buy, you want anything?" Like, if I'm specifically doing it to one person, then that could be deemed flirty. But if it's
Really?
just-
That's flirty?
No.
By asking who wants
Every
food?
day? No. Come on.
you didn't hear what I said. I said 1 week here and then 1 week somewhere else. But to answer your question, yeah, people could deem it as being flirty.
You don't think like someone you're more attracted to, you put a little extra comments here and there?
Yeah.
I love trying to change people's mind.
I don't think so.
Always even keel. The 80-year-old and the 20-year-old is getting the same hugs from you.
Yeah. You know why? Because what if the 80-year-old says, "You remind me of my grandson"?
Aww.
I'm gonna make sure I give the extra hug. Oh, my grandson, he lives halfway across the world. I haven't seen him in years. The pat hug, or the oh god, this sounds predatory, or the rub hug.
Jeez.
But hey, like,
Maybe like you said, man, you're not from this planet.
and I don't know, but that bond that we have, someone could look and be like, "Oh my gosh, why is he being so friendly with her?" But the same way that I would have conversations about, with individual A
Okay.
could be the same with individual B. Just different. The conversation context could be different. I'm talking about her grandson and how I remind her of her grandson with person
Right.
A, but person B could be like, "Oh, like, I don't
Okay.
know. You're connecting on something else."
Okay.
Right? I don't know. I really don't know. It's all subjective.
Folks, comment below. What do you think? BS on JR? I'd love to hear it.
I have a question for JR. What if the 80-year-old said, "You remind me of my second husband"? Is that flirting?
Ooh. At that point, I'm just going to let go of the hug, take 2 steps back, be like, nah, that's weird. That's weird. But it would be the same if someone else was like, "You remind me of my ex-boyfriend."
Oh.
It'd be the exact same way, because it's like, whoa, like,
You wouldn't take their
You know
hands and
what's
put them on your ass and be like, "Does this remind you of does this feel like this?"
You know what's strange? I've seen people try to use that as a pickup line before. "You remind me of my ex," and I'm like, is that like a compliment, or is that like, because I don't know what you know what I mean? You broke up with your ex. Is that a good thing? I didn't understand it, but that's
that's weird. I don't know. But
yeah, I've seen it happen before. I was like, that's a strange way of hitting on somebody, but to each their own.
Awesome.